Hey guys, my name's Jamin. Thanks so much for visiting my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can access your Steam Deck battery. So first thing you want to do, guys, power it down, make sure it's turned off correctly, make sure it's unplugged from the charger. We're going to flip it over to access our bottom case screws. Now you have 4 up top here, 4 down below. And if you have a micro SD card, you want to remove that because if you try to take off the bottom case with the micro SD card installed, you could break it and damage the device itself. So make sure your SD card is removed. After you've taken out all the screws, guys, use a small flat plastic pry tool. I generally like using a guitar pick and go around this seam all the way around and pry off the bottom case. It may take a couple passes, go nice and slow, and try not to put the pry tool too far in to damage things, but you should be able to get it up after going around the seam a couple times. After you remove the bottom case, you'll see something that looks like this. If you have the other version, you'll see something that looks like this. So either way, guys, I'll show you how you can get at this battery. So first thing you want to do, if you have this one, there are 3 screws here, right down here in the corner, right up here in the corner, and remove this piece of foil tape and there'll be a screw there. If you have this version, there'll be 2 screws on your left to remove this plate. After that plate is removed, you'll see either this or this, and we're a little closer now to removing the battery, and from here they kind of get very similar. First thing you want to do is grab this battery plug right here, this pull tab, and pull it to the right toward the battery away from this port. That will unplug your battery. If you have this ribbon cable running on top of it, you will want to remove it from this port. In order to undo this kind of attachment, guys, you're going to take a small flat, again, preferably plastic pry tool, and this white clip here, see how it's got these gold hinges? You're going to fold this white clip up or pop it up to release the ribbon cable so that it can slide out. Be very careful with these clips. They're very breakable if they're mishandled or misused. And if you break it and it comes out of this port, you may not be able to find a replacement, which means your ribbon cable will no longer be able to secure in that connection. So be very careful when operating these kind of ports. After you've taken off that one, guys, this one is kind of the same way. You're going to unplug it from here on the right-hand side, the exact same kind of port, so that this white ribbon cable can come up, and then you'll peel them both back and off of the battery. Generally, they can fold over on the left. You don't have to actually remove the ribbon cables. But once the battery is free of all these ribbon cables, then this is kind of the tricky part. This battery is stuck down by very solid glue and very solid adhesive. So to get this off, we're going to take a heat gun and you're going to go nice and evenly over the battery. And this is where we come to another safety side note. Heating up a charged battery is a fire hazard. So you want to be very careful. You want to make sure the battery is fully discharged before attempting to heat it up with a heat gun. But once you're sure of that and you're sure that it's not charged, you're going to stay about 2 inches off the battery and slowly go over the battery, heat it up so that the bottom of that adhesive starts getting gooey and it stops getting very hard and solid. You would then want to get several cards. I use old credit cards or anything like that, hard, firm, hard plastic. And you're going to put one, you're going to insert it right up here on top of the battery, and you're going to insert the other one right here on this side of the battery. And we're just pushing them down. We're not going to try to pry the battery up at this point. But then you're going to take 2 more cards. And on the side, you can't see it in this view, but on the side here, on the bottom of the battery on the right and on the left, there are 2 slits that you can slide cards in under the battery. So once you get this heated up and you get that kind of gooey, that adhesive, you can slide these 2 cards in from the bottom of the battery, slowly making it lose contact with the actual device. And then with these 2 cards on top, you can slowly try to pry it up. Don't go too fast, go nice and slow. But also don't overheat that battery. It's kind of a tricky operation. The key is to go slow. But once you do that, the battery can release. Okay, guys, so that's the video. I hope it was helpful in getting into your computer and finding the component you were looking for. If you have any questions, check out the FAQs below in the description. I do try to keep those updated over time. If you do need to leave me a question, feel free. I try to answer those at least a couple times a day. Please remember to like and share if this video was helpful, if you think it could help someone else, and feel free to subscribe if you enjoy little quick tutorials like this. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I look forward to seeing you on my next video.